On the news tonight, President Tinubu appoints Tunji Disu Inspector General of Police following Egbetokun's resignation. Flight operations continue at Murtala Muhammad International Airport as Minister promises adequate safety after fire incident. Plus, CBN cuts interest rate to 26.5%. Good evening and thank you for joining us on the news at 7 on NTA Lagos Channel 10. I am Essie Owomaka. Now the news in detail. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has accepted the resignation of Inspector General of Police Kayode Egbetokun, who stepped down citing pressing family considerations. The president commended Egbetokun for his decades of service and dedication to strengthening Nigeria's internal security architecture. Appointed in June 2023 for a 4-year term, his tenure was expected to run until 2027. In his place, President Tinubu has approved the appointment of Assistant Inspector General of Police Tunji Disu as Acting Inspector General of Police with immediate effect. The president says Disu's operational experience and leadership capacity will provide steady direction for the force, adding that the Nigeria Police Council will soon meet to consider his substantive appointment before Senate confirmation. The presidency reaffirmed its commitment to strengthening national security and institutional capacity. The Nigeria Police Air Wing Command has taken delivery of a surveillance helicopter to enhance sustainable aerial surveillance patrol and to complement intelligence-led policing of the Lagos State Police Command across the metropolis. This was disclosed at the Media Interactive Forum jointly addressed by the Commissioner of Police, his counterpart in Police Air Wing, and the Executive Secretary of the State Security Trust Fund in Lagos. Musa Toliet completes the report.
Taking control of the roads to rid the state of criminality has been sustained by the Lagos State Police Command over time. With the delivery of an aerial surveillance helicopter, the task to effectively police the state and enhance response time to crime and rescue missions has been made easier.
Securing the country is our primary objective, and the Air Wing, we are ready to collaborate with Lagos State Police Trust Fund and then the Lagos State Police Command to ensure that the aerial surveillance of Lagos is intensified.
Working together before now with the Air Wing of the RRS, the Police Air Wing, and the Lagos State Security Trust Fund, have brought a lot of sanity in ensuring that Lagos continue to be safe for all and sundry. By carrying out periodic and regular surveillance of the entire territory of Lagos, especially the difficult terrain, down to where we have the refineries and other critical infrastructure, it's quite important to know that they are safe both on air and on ground.
The provision of a surveillance helicopter is part of regular contributions by the Lagos State Security Trust Fund to enhance security and complement the crime detection and prevention efforts by the Lagos State Police Command.
The maiden flight is scheduled to take place today, marking the beginning of a sustained aerial patrol initiative designed to strengthen intelligence gathering, to enhance rapid response capability, and reinforce the state's overall security framework.
Done with the formality to inform journalists on the strategic investment in modern security infrastructure, it was time for the inaugural surveillance flight, which covered Lagos Island and parts of mainland. The regular flight by the Nigeria Police Air Wing is expected to provide real-time surveillance and monitor flashpoints with a view to creating deterrence to criminal activities and improving coordinated responses across the states. In Lagos, Musa Tolian, NTA News.
Away from police matters, Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development Festus Keyamo has assured local and international passengers of adequate safety measures at the Murtala Muhammad International Airport, despite the inferno that engulfed parts of the old terminal building. Joel Bukwola reports that flight operation is in full swing with high influx of passengers.
The operational glitch caused by the Inferno initially led to palpable fear among passengers. Normalcy was however restored within a few hours, and now flight operations are at its peak with hordes of passengers traveling to various destinations. The impact of the damage caused by the Inferno is visible with critical infrastructure in the terminal seriously affected. The Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, who is in Lagos to assess the gravity of the damage and ensure unhindered operations, says there is no cause for alarm and safety measures have been intensified, emphasizing that the new terminal was not affected.
Even before this fire, if you look behind, we had already made temporary arrangement to move most of the airlines, most of the entities in that space to the temporary place provided by the CCECC. What this has just done is to hasten our move away from the building. The building was about to be pulled down anyway and totally rehabilitated. However, a lot of our equipment were damaged.
The minister also inspected the temporary terminal, which has been fully equipped with modern facilities ready to accommodate about 4 airlines. He noted that size and efficiency were taken into cognizance in the planning of the temporary terminal.
We have done this to assure Nigerians that we're actually prepared for the movement away from that place. So I'm sure you have seen the facility. This whole facility here is a temporary check-in terminal for the airlines that were operating in D and E, which is the Terminal 1 that was gutted by fire.
All is now set for the operation of the temporary terminal, which will reduce pressure on the old terminal. In Lagos, Joel Upola, NTA News.
You're still watching the news at 7 on NTA Lagos, Channel 10, more to come after this time out. To join us again.
Do you need hotel service that runs hospitality business as real business? Then look no further, because Suru Express Hotels is readily available to meet your hotel accommodation needs in a cozy and serene atmosphere. Courtesy and care greet your arrival at our front desk while you're checking out our various rooms, suites, deluxe, standard and express gold, all fitted for purpose you desire. Healthy nutrition is also a top priority at our tastefully organized restaurants in Suru Express Hotels. With our ultra-modern gymnasium, maintaining your fitness is guaranteed in a conducive atmosphere. To unwind and reduce stress, our world-class standard swimming pool and game centers are always available. We are strategically located in Surulere, Ikeja GRA, Ikorodu to provide unparalleled hospitality and free parking and top-notch security. A choice of any Suru Express hotel is a choice made with wisdom.
You're welcome back. Moving on, the Nigerian Television Authority will continue to work with relevant organizations to promote religious tolerance and peaceful coexistence through its various platforms across the country. General Manager of the NTA Lagos Channel 10, Modupe Oyewumi, stated this at the station's annual Ramadan lecture in collaboration with Uzamot Communications. Musa Toliet completes the report.
The revelation of the Quran was done in the month of Ramadan, and its recitation during the month-long obligatory fasting period is enjoined. This year's NTA Lagos Channel 10 Ramadan lecture, in collaboration with Uzamot Communications, attracts various Islamic organizations, political groups, as well as faithful across the metropolis.
It is worthy to know that NTA has always been at the forefront of promoting religious tolerance and peaceful coexistence in this country. To all of us, let us imbibe the teachings of this holy month, tolerate one another, and shun any form of religious division.
Guest lecturers admonished the gathering on ways to maximize rewards in the blessed month and responsible parenthood.
There is a prevalent rate of drug abuse in our communities. The message is simple. Parents should take parenting as a deliberate and intentional act. They should look after their children.
Competition in Quranic recitation among the kids was accommodated. Various nasheed and asalatu sessions were integral parts of the Ramadan lecture. As it is the annual tradition, empowerment equipment were distributed to support indigent residents, and beneficiaries were not limited to Muslim faithful.
Important for me because I go they use and go they see small money they feed my family.
As far as you give somebody a machine to sew, so some people will have work, so there will not be poor.
We are trying to reduce poverty in Nigeria, and this is a very good example of improvement in social protection, in line with the renewed agenda of the federal government led by Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
The gathering elicited reactions from dignitaries in attendance.
Islam at any time does not preach corruption, for instance. If you are a good Muslim, you must live the life of a good Muslim.
After Allah is Allah. If you want to be somebody in life, you have to pray.
My message for the Muslim all over the world is to pray for our country. Lent and Ramadan came the same day. God is telling us something in this country. God loves our country. Let's love ourselves.
Foodstuffs were given freely as family support for those in attendance.
Islamic groups and Alpha that are here, we ask them to nominate someone that they believe that are sovereign. And I've been doing that for several years. So that one is enough. The religious jubilation, the enlightenment, even companies come here to come and give free gifts.
The theme of the annual Ramadan lecture is Standing Firm in Faith for Good Well-Being and Spiritual Growth. In Lagos, Musa Toliat, NTA News.
Nigeria's central bank started 2026 with a careful step, cutting the key interest rate to 26.5%, while keeping other measures like the cash reserve ratio and liquidity steady, a sign of cautious steering of the financial system. Governor Olayemi Cardoso pointed to the falling inflation, stronger banks, and foreign reserves hitting a 13-year high of $50 billion, giving the economy a solid boost. But the CBN warned that spending could undo progress if not checked.
My view is that as long as all things being equal, I believe that the trajectory we are on is one that is sustainable into the future. Of course, we know that there's every effort being made to diversify our base. And as all those things start to kick in, they can only but add to the situation we're in.
And now to politics. The All Progressives Congress, APC, will continue to employ consensus arrangement as a viable option that guarantees only tested and qualified candidates emerge as leaders at ward and local government levels across the country. Chairman APC Congress Monitoring Committee, Karami Oladapo, disclosed this after going around 26 local governments and wards to ensure a hitch-free Congress and emergence of leaders at the grassroots in Lagos. Musa Toliat completes the report.
The importance of grassroots mobilization ahead of any given electioneering process necessitated the ward and local government area congresses, which produced a new set of leaders to run the affairs of the ruling APC at the grassroots across the state. Having monitored the conduct of the Congress in some local government areas, including Ojo and Surulere, Chairman of the committee, Karami Oladapo, expressed satisfaction that the Congresses had been conducted in line with necessary guidelines, the party constitution, and the new Electoral Act.
So far, so good. We have seen it. The Lagos have comported themselves, and those of us from Abuja who are so thorough, who are so detailed, we never skip any aspect of the guidelines and regulation of our party. And for the records, I haven't seen any peaceful Congress like we witnessed in Lagos State. In fact, in everywhere we visited, the issue has been sorted out. The candidates are emerged through consensus arrangement, and the affirmation was done according to the rule of law and the legal requirements of our party. Lagos State has always been in the forefront of progressive governance. Lagos State has always been in the forefront of democratic tenet in Nigeria. And those of us that have been sent here to come and monitor and conduct the congresses, we go back to Abuja and reflect exactly the unique success we recorded in Lagos State.
Chairman APC Lagos State Chapter Cornelius Ojelabi commended the National Secretariat of the APC for sending seasoned administrators to ensure a history board and local government congresses in the state.
Thank you for contributing your vote towards our community. Thank you for letting the world know that Ebola everybody. God will continue to bring you.
55 delegates in Ojo, 142 in Surulere, and 50 in Koshofe local government areas unanimously affirmed through consensus the election of 27 party executives to run the affairs of the party for the next 4 years in their respective areas. In Lagos, Musa Toliat, NTA News.
And that ends the English version of the news at 7 on NTA Lagos Channel 10. Busayo Alani is standing by for the news translation in Yoruba. I am Ese Owamaka. Good evening.
Lóńdé sétí gbòyìn láti iléeṣẹ́ NTA ìkànnì kẹwàá ìròyìn rèé látẹnu Bùsáyọ̀ Àlàní. Ààrẹ Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu ti tẹ́wọ́ gba ìwé ìfiṣẹ́sílẹ̀ láti ọwọ́ ọ̀gá àgbà àjọ ọlọ́pàá Káyọ̀dé Ẹgbẹ́tókun, ẹni tó fi iṣẹ́ sílẹ̀ nítorí àti bójútó ẹbí rẹ̀. Ààrẹ gbóríyìn fún Ẹgbẹ́tókun fún iṣẹ́ takuntakun rẹ̀ ní ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọdún àti farajì fún ríró ètò ààbò abẹ́lé lágbára ní orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Ẹni tí a yàn sí ipò ní oṣù kẹfà ọdún 2023 láti ṣiṣẹ́ fún ọdún 4, ó yẹ kí ó ṣiṣẹ́ fún àjọ ọlọ́pàá di ọdún 2027. Nípò rẹ̀, Ààrẹ Tinubu ti fi ọwọ́ sí yíyan igbákejì ọ̀gá àgbà ọlọ́pàá Túnjí Dísù gẹ́gẹ́ bí adelé fún ọ̀gá àgbà wọn àjọ ọlọ́pàá kíákíá. Ààrẹ sọ wípé ìrírí igbákejì ọ̀gá àgbà ọlọ́pàá Dísù àti àǹfààní adarí tí ó ní yóò pèsè ìlànà tí ó dára fún àjọ ọlọ́pàá. Ó fi kún pé àjọ ọlọ́pàá yóò ṣe ìpàdé láti lè mọ bí yíyàn sípò rẹ̀ yóò ṣe lọ sí kí àwọn ilé-ìgbìmọ̀ aṣòfin tó fi ọwọ́ sí. Àwọn aláṣẹ iléeṣẹ́ tẹlifíṣàn NTA yóò tẹ̀síwájú láti máa ṣe pẹ̀lú àwọn iléeṣẹ́ láti lè gbé ìfaradà nínú ẹ̀sìn lárugẹ àti ìbáṣepọ̀ nínú àlàáfíà nípasẹ̀ lílo àwọn ètò rẹ̀ jákèjádò orílẹ̀-èdè yìí. Ọ̀gá àgbà iléeṣẹ́ NTA ìkànnì kẹwàá ìyáàfin Modúpẹ́ Oyèwùnmí sọ̀rọ̀ yìí ní ibi ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ti oṣù Ramadan ọlọ́dọọdún rẹ̀ nínú ìbáṣepọ̀ pẹ̀lú iléeṣẹ́ ìgbóhùnsáfẹ́fẹ́ Uzamot ní ìlú Èkó. Akọ̀ròyìn wa Musa Toliat ló jábọ̀ ìròyìn náà wípé ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ fún oṣù Ramadan ti ọdún yìí ní iléeṣẹ́ tẹlifíṣàn NTA ìkànnì kẹwàá ní ìfọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ pẹ̀lú iléeṣẹ́ ìgbóhùnsáfẹ́fẹ́ Uzamot ni a ti rí àwọn iléeṣẹ́ ẹlẹ́sìn mùsùlùmí, àwọn ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú àti àwọn onígbàgbọ́ jákèjádò ìpínlẹ̀ yìí. Àkórí ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ oṣù Ramadan ti ọdún yìí ni dídúró ṣinṣin nínú ìgbàgbọ́ fún ìtọ́jú ara ẹni àti ìdàgbàsókè nínú ìlànà ti ẹ̀mí. Ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú APC yóò tẹ̀síwájú láti máa lo ìfọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọ̀nà láti lè yan olùdíje sí ipò adarí ní àwọn ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ jákèjádò orílẹ̀-èdè yìí. alága àwọn aṣojú ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú APC ti ẹ̀ka tí ó ń tọpinpin ẹgbẹ́ náà Karòwí Ọládàpọ̀ ló sọ̀rọ̀ yìí di mímọ̀ lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí ó ti lọ káàkiri àwọn ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ 26 láti rí dájú pé ìpàdé àti yíyan adarí ní àwọn ìbílẹ̀ ní ìlú Èkó ni ó lọ wọ́rọ́wọ́. Akọ̀ròyìn wa Musa Toliat ló jábọ̀ ìròyìn náà jábọ̀ wípé alága àwọn aṣojú ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú APC náà Karòwí Ọládàpọ̀ bí ó ti ṣe tọpinpin ìpàdé àwọn ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ Ọ̀jọ́ àti Sùúrùlérè fi ìdùnnú rẹ̀ hàn wípé àwọn ìpàdé náà wáyé ní ìlànà pẹ̀lú ọ̀nà tí ó yẹ fún òfin ẹgbẹ́ náà àti òfin ìdìbò tuntun. Àwọn aṣojú 65 ní ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ Ọ̀jọ́, 42 ní ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ Sùúrùlérè àti 50 ní ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ Kòsọ̀fẹ̀ ni wọ́n sowọ́pọ̀ nípasẹ̀ ìfọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ ìdìbò yan àwọn aláṣẹ 27 tí yóò darí ẹgbẹ́ náà fún ọdún 4 ní àwọn agbègbè wọn. Kò ní jù báyìí lọ ní àṣálẹ́ tòní. Ẹ pàdé wa lọ́la fún ọ̀tun ìròyìn. Jésù tán Moses ti wà níkàlẹ̀ láti fún wa ní ìròyìn ní èdè Ògùn. Ó dàárọ̀.
Sisi mi kwavo mi tutorido lili die mi duko te no pon Jesu ton Moses welino NTA wemete ini to gigame o to bogan parliament Tinubu wa ko yode ko ke alo yi o we kan jo azondo yode o me yo pono ga pete to bo Nigeria ton ka de egbe to kun ko ba yi to egbe to yado emi jo azondo na to modo emi yi o me penu kun onu eyin onu e tindo onu kun pe go le to wen do emi to me o toboga donu do egbe to kun do eko tepo do eko wazon tari o ponoga to po Nigeria to bo dike bo ko tin eyo me eko re do teme to ko sun siro poto ko 2023 to me bo to iro tin do to ko eja we de na fu so azon ti gba to tin eko kan woju azon do to ne go do we ponoga to je disu ko yo de eko te do teme to tin do ko toboga dale bodo ai sisi opono nu kan tole to na ba yi o alo do me pẹ̀pẹ́tò sẹ́ńtò tọ́lẹ̀ náà tó wà mọ̀nà yìí kẹ́ àlọ́ yìí ò tètò lọ náà tó di kí ọmọdé ẹ̀sìn gbòǹgà tètè ń gbé tó gbó Nàìjíríà tán mẹ́. tó ti ń wẹ̀ tẹlifíṣàn sọ pé NTA tán ẹ̀rẹ̀ kò tó yẹ àdọ̀ tẹlifíṣàn sọ pé mìtọ́ náà tó àtún wà máa gbọ́dọ̀ àlọ́tẹ̀ náà tó di kí ọmọdé ò fífọ́ akọ́tọ̀ kan tó pọ̀ tí tó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ náà ò sísẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀pọ̀ náà tó mọ̀dọ̀ sísẹ̀ sí òòrùn àtọ́lẹ̀ wà tó ń dúpọ̀ náà nìkan yìí ò tó gbó Nàìjíríà tán pọ́dọ̀ òye náà sọ̀tàn náà tó mọ̀ pọ̀ jọ tí tó gbó Nàìjíríà tán mẹ́ ọmọ ẹ̀yẹ ònùkan tó náà tẹlifíṣàn sọ́wọ́ àwọn orin mátẹ̀tàn filẹ̀ ẹ̀ NTA Channel 10 mọ̀ dúpẹ́ òye wù mí wẹ̀dọ̀ ọ̀pọ̀lọ́ tó títọ̀ ẹ̀yìn òtògùn mẹ́ ó rí dọ̀ ò nùbíbílà Ramadan tán ẹ̀kọ́ wá yìí tó tẹlifíṣàn sọ́wọ́ mi tó filẹ̀ ìbáyìí tó kàn tó pọ̀ mẹ́ ẹ̀ àzọ́wọ́ ènìyàn di Zamont Communication wáyé de ìbáyìí òtẹ̀lọ́tẹ̀ bọ̀ òtògùn mẹ́ ó rí dọ̀ mẹ́mẹ́lẹ̀ wá yìí kó dà lọ́gọ́dá mẹ́lẹ̀ ẹ̀pọ̀ wáyọ̀dé tó yàdọ̀ ọ̀sẹ̀ mẹ́rinlẹ̀ níyọ̀dé yóò jẹ́ lọ tó yẹ báyọ̀ ìyàwó mú dàgbélẹ̀ tán ẹ̀nà nìkẹ́ ọmọdé ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí tán báyọ̀ dàgbé náà mẹ́rin pòròpó tó mẹ́. tó ti wá tó dọ́gbọ́ APC tán kò yíyọ̀dé kò dọ̀ iná tó wà lọ́kẹ́ yìí ò pinnu pọ́ bótó tètò mẹ́mẹ́ kò yà lọ́kẹ́ yìí tó pọ̀ ọ̀sẹ̀ ìbílà ògbẹ́ ìtàn lẹ́yìn náà tó mú dọ̀ ome na yo nu kota to gbe APC to mele wa yo de ezilo teme Martin to klare we gba ji ome yin o azipono na o gbe irun pe nu kun o nu kumonu o gbe lole to ene o to wo to karo mu yo ladapo we do hulo to wenu e gbo le mu le ji to awon ni mateme na to so di ke o modo de ye de o me na nu kota na o gbe lo to awa o me to le nu ho le me la so mi to Musa Toliat ti to nu wa lo to yen go do o titolowe ẹ̀ tó dé ògbẹ́tọ́lẹ̀ mọ́tò di kéwọ́n yẹ pé nùkún ọ̀tọ̀ ó dọ̀gò tó àìmátẹ̀mẹ̀ ẹ̀nẹ̀ tó lẹ́nu ọ̀rùlẹ̀ bótódọ̀ tó o gbé ẹ̀nẹ̀ o fìdí o tó ó dọ̀tọ́lẹ̀ pírídé tè tó o tó gbẹ́lẹ́mẹ̀
ene to àwọn ìmọ̀ tẹ́mẹ̀ tó bí gọ́mẹ̀ ẹ̀fẹ̀ ha fọlá ní lọ́tọ̀ bójá ìkájẹ̀ sọ tó kúnà sí gọ́mẹ̀ nìkúlò torí lọ.